Knife round, obviously not much to talk about. We'll talk about what happens after the knife round's done. We can talk about which team would be stronger where. This is actually generic team names map pick, so expect to see a stronger T side than I imagine uFrag might be showing us. I mean, as I mentioned before, the inexperienced aimers might have a bit of trouble on a more tactical map like Train.
Yeah, no, could be a little bit of an issue. I know you were talking about these teams and so potentially what they're going to be looking for in terms of side. If it was you on Train, if this was your match, because I know you do play. CT for sure.
Yeah, is that what you were about to ask me? What side I would pick?
I was literally going to ask
well,
you
I mean,
exactly
if you've got confidence, you mean, especially after a long break like this, people's minds might not be that focused. You could catch, you start T, win that T pistol and start getting rolling. You could catch uFrag off guard, but regardless, Snakey gets the final kill. That's going to be generic team name choosing the side. I imagine is the CT. So we're waiting to see what they will bring out on their pistol round.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing a CT side coming out of generic team name to kick things off here tonight. And that's going to be it. We've changed. We're live, I hope.
Yep.
And this should be an interesting one.
So the question is, what setup do generic team name go for? Do they play 2 towards B, play close B, sorry, far back B, play for the information, or will they play 1 B, 1 close B, push for the information, and have 4 towards A? So actually, it looks like they're trying to have 3 players towards B. This might be a push for information, have the 2 players push Ivy, or just watch Ivy see what the T side play is. But regardless, the bomb and 3 players from uFrag coming up Ivy, and this is pretty much the standard play. Show presence towards Ivy, have one of those players from B rotate over, and then obviously, as I mentioned, that B pushers come in and they're getting all the information they need. These 2 other players from B, they can fall back towards A, but Cray spots off the player. Question is now, what is the CT rotation? What will they do from this? And now, Pommy and Co making steps towards Ivy. This is where the CTs know what's happening. They might be trying to get a B split. Actually managed to catch the player off guard, just gets spammed in the back. Pommy takes him down, but Isaac with the reply. It's going to be 1-1 trades.
Yeah, the question now is what are uFrag going to be doing in response? It looks like at the moment like they're going to be heading straight into the heart of the CTs, taking themselves through towards that B site and just trying to swarm them with presence. They don't know though that generic team name have a few men there. Isaac going to be starting us off with a nice shot onto Claw. Hype though going to be finding one back onto Snakey and a second onto Major Lee as well. Beautiful way to start things off here for uFrag as they are going to be finding themselves 1 man up. Generic team name still needing to get things sorted, but going to be in a little bit of a tricky situation as both players have to make their way back onto site.
Maybe the nerves are hitting Hype, but regardless, Pommy gets that kill. It's going to be Isaac, and the 1 versus 3 hasn't got the kit, and the bomb will go down shortly. Question is though, can he take this down? But instead, Hype just gets that crisp headshot. That's a huge round, and massively impactful kills there coming from Hype. I mentioned his aim is crisp, and he's showing it off there.
No, 100% beautiful frags coming out from him. 3 in that round, going to be putting uFrag exactly where they need to be. Obviously, as a result, we're going to be seeing an AK coming out on Hype. Apart from that, not so much more. The SMGs, though, still going to be powerful, as generic team name have decided to go for nothing at all in terms of armor. So as I mentioned before, Adam Exo using that Tech 9, he will be AWPing, so he's just trying to save up that cash. They're not really expecting to lose this. And actually, quite strangely, generic team name opting for that full save, but as I mentioned before, these crisp players, these crisp deagle players, these puggers, they hit these easy headshots. And this wildcard team, generic team name, apologies, starting off hot. Starting off really well. I mean, when you don't have that Kevlar, you need to be hitting those 1Ds, and they do. They show us that they are 100% capable of that. And as a result, we are going to be seeing a 5 versus 3 situation. Hype, Pommy, and Claw left as the 3 men who have to make a move. Claw at the moment, though, about to be finding himself in a little bit of a fight. Major Lee heads up, P250 in hand, and the frag still goes his way. uFrag, what is happening? 2 men left alive now. Pommy and Hype, the man with the UMP and the man with the AK, just looking to see if they can poke their way into any of these sites, because right now they are impenetrable.
And going into this match, I thought uFrag were going to have the better aimers. Claw, obviously, Hype, known aimers, the known punch, but regardless, Hype gets the reply, but it's still a 2-man lead for generic team name. But the bomb going down there. If they can get this bomb right now, which would be Pommy, straight for the smoke, and Hype as well chimes in. 2 versus 2. Both these players last alive, don't they? They don't have armor. In those seconds, the bomb will go down. Hype can spots that player towards the CT trains. And now with Isaac on 16 HP, a Deagle and a Mac 10, and no armor of these players, I imagine uFrag are going to take this.
I mean, you would think there's a good chance they're going to be going for it, and if Major Lee can't start something off that way indeed. And that's exactly what we see. Hype starts things off. Well, it's a tactical smoke, and Isaac's gone down as well. Still, even with the round lost, a lot of damage done by generic team name there.
And generic are going to feel gutted, man. Imagine if they just bought that Kevlar and opted for that force buy. They could have taken that round easily, getting those 3 entries, but I believe it was Pommy and Hype getting that 2 versus 5 there. Crucial round, as obviously you don't want to have your economy broken straight away into the match from uFrag. But we've got the full save, only USB, sorry, only PT2 off one Deagle onto AHB and these SMGs and it's really like that one.
Right now, as we see a heavy push through Ivy. Nothing can stand in their way, definitely not AHB. Trouble going to be team main. Isaac, ready on the refrag, but only going to be able to find himself one before he's chased away from sight. Really difficult round for generic team name coming in here again, though. Going to be looking to see what damage they can do in uFrag. The damage they've implemented has left a couple of little holes. If these AKs get taken out of their hands, they're not going to be happy.
And right now, the game, sorry, the goal for is just to not allow these rifles, but high pick up flag against with 4 versus 2 2-man lead for uFrag. Bomb will go down. They've got the cash from that. SMG still alive on Pommy. He's going to try and collect and hunt for that cash.
Yeah, the UMP obviously going to be giving him double that kill bonus, so everything he does here going to be so helpful to the economy, and that is going to be the first. Isaac, completely unaware, dropped in an instant. Now it's all on Snake.
And that's so important. And both those frags, both those frags and the SMGs, that's going to be 600 apiece. 1.2k just picked up the Pommy at the end. It's going to be the full buy now for uFrag. And here comes out the buy from the generic team. Then actually opting in for those 2 full saves, so they're going to have 4 utility going into this round. And actually those frags coming up from the first and second round are going to density economy just a little bit. Or a it's a double offset from the generic team now. I imagine the setup's going to be 1 AWP towards Green Train, watching Ivy or Connector team main, and then they're going to have the other AWP around Connector watching team main again. But regardless, this is going to be the 2-man push. Ivy can hide. Unfortunately, HP in the first. Snake as well chimes in. Trouble as well. Major Lee as well. It's going to be hyping the 1 versus 4 now. Team is gone, but one versus 3 gets spammed in the back, low HP. Isaac going for that nade kill. Can he Kobe him? Unfortunately, the nade doesn't connect, but hype in Ivy has the bomb, but at 22 HP, I don't see this working out for him.
And you can't see him around here. It is going to be a about that damage. Tries to go for the shots on Isaac as he's behind the wall, but doesn't manage to find anything as he crosses, shot in the back, and the first round on the board for generic team name. As well as that, a confident round on the board.
Well, the thing is, uFrag have won 3 rounds in a row. They've just been reset. And look at their money already. You've got 3 players, 4 players, only 50 or lower. So if they lose this round, they're going to be reset. We could be looking at 3-3 apiece, but that double up setup, getting those hits like they anticipated, and it's a great setup. Getting that Ivy push straight away, trying to gather that information. uFrag caught off guard.
Yeah, the Ivy push this round from AHB going to be completely shut down though, as Adam XOXO manages to find himself the first. Trouble thought about going for a little bit of a refrag there, but didn't end up going in the end. Obviously, they want to be holding on to everybody they can. uFrag are just going to be flooding the site with smokes though, taking advantage of the wounded nature of the team and trying to fight their way in. Flashes over, smokes over, everything coming through. A generic team name at the moment seeming unable to keep up. It's going to be Trouble as the only man with vision on, and he's forced to fall back. Still though, manages to find Core. Craig going to be going down to Isaac as well. Pommy finally comes in with a refrag, keeps things even at 3 apiece, and leads us into the retake.
That's going to be a 1-man advantage for uFrag, and the bomb is down, but these T's have kits and nades. They can flush these players out. Maybe they're flushes, and here comes the retake. 1-man advantage though. Pommy, Hype, and Adam left, and Adam with the AWP. This could be quite difficult for him, but I imagine he's in pop, so he can have the angle on the bomb. He's going to catch off this player now, pushing towards Pop Dog, and we're probably looking at a 1 versus 3 now. Smoke goes down. It's going to be hard for the AWP to get the peak, but Adam headshots Isaac through the smoke, and that's going to be the bomb defusal stop. Then he gets the second one. Huge round for Adam there, picking up those 2 kills.
Yeah, that is exactly what he needed to do. Both frags in a moment. Generic team name completely reset and forced back into a position where the best they're really going to be able to do is to get some pistols up again. Now, we know they can do damage with them, and I would be expecting to see a little bit more than this one. Finally, we see it, because if they can continue to keep uFrag on their toes, if they can keep them in a bad position economically, then they have a chance to come back later on. But at the moment, if uFrag can clear this one up entirely, well, we're going to be seeing them building a huge economy and setting themselves up for the rest of the half.
The biggest problem, though, if generic team name lose this next 4 bar, they could be looking at a 1-6 scoreline, and obviously on the CT side, you wouldn't really anticipate that. You would expect the CT side having the advantage, but regardless, we've got AHB pushed up Ivy, trying to catch these players off guard, but Pommy's on the ball. I don't think he's going to be caught off by this. The bomb is in Whitehall's, just playing a default. Actually, he's going to get caught off guard by this, and AHB takes him down, but gets refragged by Claw. It's going to be the 1-for-1 trade, and it's a 4 versus 3 now. It's Trouble as well. That CZ takes down Cray. 1-man lead and 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, generic team name definitely showing us they have the skills to bring to the table with these pistols. It's just going to be about securing the round. That is getting infinitely harder as Hype comes through. Isaac down first, then Snaky. Trouble looking like he might be the next to fall. There's a molly and a smoke come through but he manages to find himself Claw. One frag for the man with the M4, and he's going to be looking to see what more damage he can do. He can hear Hype now going around the side. Major Lee going to be there too with an AK, and this could well be their round now. Adam going to be the last man left alive, seeing if he can find anyone with the AWP, but it's not going to happen. Major Lee finishes him off and finds Generic Team Name their second round.
The question is, I don't know why uFrag are trying to plant. They haven't spotted both those CT players, and got to be anticipating those pushes. Maybe just hold off for a second before you go for that bomb plant. Spot out both those players so you have no issues of being flanked, but unfortunately they go for that risky plant and they get punished for it.
Yeah, well, another risky thing coming out now this time on the side of Generic Team Name as Trouble and Snaky go for the double AWP setup against Pistols. If Trouble gets caught out here, that's such a huge loss. Fortunately for him, he's going to escape, and it's the Molotov as uFrag try and push through. Hype and Pommy both caught out, the rest of them trying to reroute themselves through upper, but it's just not going to happen. A complete cleanup from Generic Team Name and a third round to put them one behind uFrag.
But there was no smoke lower there. I mean, if you had one smoke lower there, all it took was, you know, that failed Molotov. I mean, the Molotov still failed, but regardless, they didn't really get any kills on the uFrag side. But their goal there was just to get the bomb down, have that half buy with the Tech 9s. But going into the 8th round now of the half, 4-3, one round favouring uFrag.
Yeah, one round going to be all that's in it. uFrag again on the AK is going to be seeing what they can do to pull that one into their favor, and it looks like we're going to be seeing more smokes over towards A. No men going to be following yet, but they are going to be lining themselves up ready. Not a single player watching, just some more nades coming through, and they should be expecting Snaky here by now. Oh, there's been an AWP there so many times, and yet it's still effective. Finds himself the first one to Adam, and it's going to be up to the rest to make up for it. Claw going to be starting things off nicely in that way, finding himself AHB. Isaac, though, playing close to the site, manages to bring it back, and Major Lee with the backstab is going to be just favoring Generic Team Name even more. uFrag going to be left with just Tommy and Cray now trying to fight their way out of this one.
How could uFrag not be expecting these flanks? I mean, you haven't had any presence towards B, but Isaac takes down Pommy. It's going to be Cray in the 1 versus 2, and actually the fake defuse coming out. Cray just opting to save. He doesn't really see himself having much chance in that round, but uFrag with 5 AKs opting for that full wall of smoke. They don't want to play the pit game, but unfortunately for them, Trouble boosted up there, takes the first entry.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Generic Team Name saying, if you're not going to bring it to us, we're going to bring it to you.
And they're playing 2 AWPs once again, so as I mentioned before, 1 AWP in connector and then 1 AWP Ivy holding down those long-range duels, but we've got the half-buy coming out from uFrag. They've got a little bit of money from that bomb plant, and they're opting in to try and dent that economy. Maybe go for a bomb plant, get extra cash, but it's looking like to be Generic Team Name going 1 round ahead.
It's not going to be anything too spectacular. Adam's going to be holding on to the bomb over towards the B side. The rest of his team, I think, trying to cause a little bit of a distraction here towards A, and they're going to be managing as well, apparently. Pommy finds himself the first with the help of Cray. Adam going to be ready and waiting for Major Lee, but unable to find the frag. And as you said, that is the bomb completely lost. Isaac going to be helping with the cleanup effort, and it's Pommy and Claw once more to try and work something out. But with the weapons they have, with the lack of utility at this point, it's not promising.
It just feels like uFrag keep getting caught off guard. I mean, obviously, they've had 2 new players added to their roster in Generic Team, and they've been a team for multiple seasons in ESEA, and that team game's showing right now as they put themselves 1 more round on the board, 1 round ahead of uFrag. And uFrag got to be playing more as a team, holding each other's angles, not allowing those flanks to come in.
I mean, you'd hope you'd get to see something like that. And I mean, I thought we'd be seeing a little bit more out of these guys, if I'm honest with you. From the first couple of rounds, it looked like we might be seeing something big, but again, they're going to be shut out as they come through. Snaky finds the first with the AWP. This time, Adam's able to get it back, and that could be the difference maker. Hype as well, going to be picking one up for himself. Dodges the bullet from Snaky too. Make sure that AWP isn't as effective as it could be before Adam takes it out. Trouble again, though. Comes in from behind and deals with 2 of them. A beautiful flick to take Hype out and to isolate Pommy once again.
Trouble there, pushing around the flank, managed to catch Adam off guard. But Major Lee spray gets the crisp headshot onto Pommy, and it's going to be the 2 players left live now. Both the AWPs saved. That's important for the economy of the CT side, and uFrag there, unfortunately losing the duels. You would have thought once Adam got that reply on the play, Green Train would have been a 4 versus 4, and uFrag may have had the advantage there, but Generic Team Name, Trouble especially in that crispy flick, getting that crucial kill, and heading them 2 rounds in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. At this point, we should see uFrag aware that the flank is likely to come in, right?
Exactly.
We should be seeing a little bit more of a position from them in these apartments, making sure nobody can come through, nobody can get around the back of them if they're going to be hitting that A site. And hopefully we are going to be seeing a little bit more of that. You can see them putting presence in pop round after round. Now, Adam was there before. This time we're going to be seeing Cray. And I think that's their plan. I think they need that player to deal with it, and after that they're going to be a little bit more equipped. This round, though, still not looking to be great as they're going to be on the Tech 9s again.
Yep, smokes down, trying to get that bomb plant, trying to get that 800 dosh, but Isaac on site takes down Hype. It's going to be one-man advantage now. Isaac as well spraying another play. This is quite connected over Snaky. He's there on the board. Pommy though gets the reply. It's going to be a two-man lead now for generic team name. Trouble pushing towards green train, pulls out his orb, goes for that close range shotgun shot. Takes down Adam, and that's now Pommy in the 1 versus 4. His goal here with the bomb down, just going to try and dent that CT economy. Try and take an orb out of their hands maybe if he's lucky. Just aim to not die after time.
Yeah, you don't want to do too much in this situation. You can't do too much in this situation. It is going to be about doing economic damage to generic team name. uFrag need to set themselves up to find a way back into this. And unfortunately at the moment it looks like if generic team name have the money, it's not going to be happening. Another problem though, you're not going to be taking money away from them if you can't find the shots. Yeah. And Pommy isn't even able to get one off before he is shut down.
uFrag opting to play for another fast round. There's fast smokes out into the outside area, trying to get the bomb down. But the problem is, I mean, I feel like with the AWP now, they should probably opt to play a little bit slower. Try to go for those picks. You know what both the AWPs are playing. As Adam X, so you can maybe avoid the AWPs, go B, try and get that pick up or onto site, or maybe go outside and battle Snaky, or battle the other AWP that's playing Green Train. But regardless, Trouble actually maybe going to push B. No, just going to hold the angle. Actually quite a good read considering there's 3 players here, so maybe Pommy or Cray might actually walk into a scope.
I mean, if they do, we might as well be looking at a repeat of the last round. They should know Trouble's there, but they're not going to be watching the smoke. Not quite right. And Trouble taking full advantage. 2 frags in a second. Adam XO going to be responding, but Trouble's still there and he's still doing damage. Another onto Cray, and it's Hype and Adam XO left as the last 2 alive.
Just so much confidence in Trouble. They're going for that no-scope. Staying close to Smoke. He's still pushing. Gets the spray onto Hyper. That sees there. And Snaky pulls in the last kill. It's going to be 4 men alive. I mean, you can't... Well, it's kind of hard if you're the T player. That smoke goes down. You don't anticipate an orb holding a one-way over that. But, I mean, that's fine for the first player to die. I believe that's Pommy. But if you're Chloro or Pommy, I'm not sure which player died first. But regardless, if you're that second player, you should be getting that trade. You'll spam that smoke. You know where the orb's been. Problem is, if he refaces and gets another kill, and the third player still doesn't trade that frag, that's just bad team play coming out from uFrag.
Yep, this one not going to be bad team play, but it's going to be Snaky abusing a position he's been playing in so many times. Trouble again going to be on the flank from very early on, and this is looking like a repeat of an earlier round. As well as that, it looks like generic team name will have a fairly high chance of winning it as they're already in a 5 versus 3 situation. More damage going to be done as Hype can't find the frag. And that means that Adam XO is going to be the last man left to do anything. 1 frag for him before another round is on the board for GTN. And they find themselves at 9.
I mean, uFrag can't even touch generic team right now. Generic team name holding these sites beautifully. Fortunately for uFrag, every single time they're trying to attack a site, they're already 2 players down. Both these orbs proving to be very vital for the CT defense, and we've got the half buy coming out from uFrag now. No sense of Kevlar about the flash from Adam. I imagine it's going to be a flash Ivy, just trying to get that 1 or 2 kills. Actually, the auto sniper coming from Jake, it's going to be fundamental in mowing down these unarmored players.
Yeah, and the nade going to be doing a little bit of that work for them as Hype gets tagged down to 45, Pommy gets tagged down to 70, and then nothing, and it's just an assault on uFrag across the board. AHB and Isaac finding themselves 1 apiece and a little bit of change as uFrag are left 2 players down once again. Generic team name just going to be continuing to do that. I mean, AHB specifically and Ivy with a beautiful job. Cray finally manages to grab that response, but it's going to be too little too late as now everybody else is lining themselves up ready. He has no chance. The nade comes in, and that is going to be Cray completely destroyed.
Here comes the final buy round now. Can uFrag get that 5th round on the board? I mean, 10-5, you win pistol, that's winnable. I mean, even if you lose pistol, it's still winnable. Obviously, generic team then with a great CT-sided defense now. Trouble there. And Isaac leading the frags, and it's Hype leading the T-side. Claw, unfortunately. And Cray, I mean, these 2 new additions going 5 kills combined. It's not really what you're expecting, but then again, Train is that hard team-oriented map. Expect more from them from Cash.
Yeah, hopefully we can see a little bit more on Cash, and hopefully we can see a little bit more in the rest of Trainers. Pommy starts things off onto Isaac. AHB manages to grab the refrag, but a 4v4 still going to be advantageous to uFrag here as they try and claim this final round. AHB still alive though as Pommy tries to go for the spray but can't quite hit it. A few attempts there and nothing coming of it of fruit. And now, well, there's going to be again an advantage to generic team name, but an auto sniper not necessarily conducive to the refrag, so it's going to be down to these rifles. Major Lee though with the M4, AHB as well with a 3rd frag in the round. gonna close this one out 11-4.
I mean, uFrag there with absolutely abysmal after plants. All three players playing towards site. I mean, they're just asking to die. I mean, no one heading towards brown train. But then again, when you plant the bomb that early, you have no way of knowing where those CTs are. You don't know if there's going to be one flanking Pop Dog. You haven't got time to go and hold that Pop Dog flank. Just uFrag maybe pushing the trigger a little bit too early.
Yeah, and this is where the caster cliche has to come into its snods. I know you're a little bit newer to the game, but it's something you'll find yourself saying a lot. This is an important pistol round.
Yes, very important pistol round. uFrag winning this is going to put them, hopefully, to 7-11. Still, regardless, Pommy now watching for that B push. He's playing solo towards B, but he's close, so he's got the information. This is good. This is where the CT rotations come in. Question is, though, can they hold the site?
Well, I mean, you'd hope so, and Pommy's going to be starting it off wonderfully with 2 frags before they get down, a third in as well. And that means Trouble and Major Lee have everything to do. Trouble, of course, going to be the man without the armor, instead opting for those nades, and also going to be the last man alive as Hype finds himself Major Lee. Trouble unable to do anything. The flash in his face, the knife in his back, and a 5th round for uFrag on the board.
This is where the confidence is starting to show. Hype there jumping in for that knife frag. Pommy with 3 insane headshots. Managed to pluck someone straight out of the sky. Completely screwing his head right off. But bomb didn't go down. That's very important. So if Generic Team Name lose this, it's going to be 6-11. And then obviously uFrag expected to pick up that full Glock round. So hopefully seeing 11-7 for uFrag.
I mean, that is what we're going to be hoping to see here, but AHB is going to be starting things off beautifully on an aggressive Adam Exo claw. Ready to claw this one back, though, with 2 frags of his own, a third as well, and Cray helping him out means that the 5 men fall in a matter of moments.
And in 1 round, he's already got more kills than he had the whole half. Regardless, though, as I mentioned before, these players, strong aimers, and they're starting to show it. Claw there with a huge 3K, just completely decimating that Generic Team Name attack, and got to start feeling a little bit worried now if you're GTN.
I mean, I definitely would be. uFrag right now are on fire. Obviously, it's the first 3 rounds, though, so we could see a little bit of a resurgence on the first gun. But at the moment, though, uFrag don't have to worry about this. This one's all about racking up that cash, continuing to be secure in your economy, and just building yourself up to that first gun round. This should be a whitewash.
Yeah, hopefully for uFrag, they don't lose too many rifles. They're trying to keep their economy afloat. But here comes the speed ramp, push the Molotov. And players, Pommy between the trains, takes down 1. What that nade? And that nade's going to do damage because it's taken off guard. Hype and Adam, they find their frags. Hype to the second, going for that third, gets their third. It's going to be 1 person lost for the CT side, and uFrag keeping their economy afloat.
Yeah, it's not bad. And Adam XO actually as well going to be holding on to the UMP, so he can drop that for the FAMAS. Maintain their economy even a little bit better. Nice and easy for them. At the same time, Generic Team Name attack the weaker site. They attack the B site, the site that you're generally going to be attacking if you just want to get that bomb down with pistols, and they managed to make it happen, which means we will be seeing a much stronger first buy round from them. You can see Trouble, he's able to get the AWP, he's able to get armor alongside it. Snaky, Major Lee, AHB, and Isaac also going to be able to get full sides alongside their AKs, meaning that we can start to see the more strategic side of this team that we were hoping we would find come out now.
Winning that pistol round as well, uFrag with this full set of utility. They can have Molotovs and whatnot to hold off these pushes, but that nade goes in. It's going to take Trouble out. That's the AWP already gone out of his hands. So 4 versus 5 now, 1-man lead for uFrag, and it's a great opening kill from Adam.
Exactly what you want to be seeing, and Generic Team Name don't seem to be able to find anything back. As long as Cray doesn't give them anything to work with an Ivy, then they should be able to hold that fairly comfortably. Major Lee at the same time going to be finding his way down into Pop Dog. But again, it looks like a setup we might have seen from uFrag in the previous rounds. If they can hold as well on the CT side as Generic Team Name did, this could quite easily go their way.
But 4 players from the CT side towards the A side. Obviously, Adam gets the second frag. Cray chimes in, gets 1. Sprays another player, goes for the third, but it's going to be Claude to take him down. No players now going down for uFrag, and they're showing some dominance.
Yeah. A nice clean round to kick things off in the second half. Exactly what you want to have in terms of confidence building. Exactly what you want to have in terms of grabbing that economy up as a CT. Obviously a little bit harder to build up later on. So right now is their chance to do it. Generic Team Name obviously going to be doing everything they can do to stop the economy from getting anywhere. Pistol armor buy once again as Trouble goes for the P250. A couple of Tech 9s are brought up. And actually full Kevlar on 2 players, so this is still dangerous.
And no smoke though, so there's going to be no smoke ramp up. Regardless, we've got Claw, Pommy playing close in the same one way. Can he catch him off guard? Managed to get 1, goes for the spray. Tags up another player, but they're going to have the B bomb site now. Can they get the bomb down and get that economy? AHB pushing in, charges down Pommy. It's going to be a 1-man lead for uFrag as Hype chimes in. Here comes the CT defense retake. They're pushing in fast. Another frag for Hype. Claw gets 1. Now Trouble. Just the P250 in the 1 versus 4. Goes down. Only 1 player lost. They're quite a clean round considering that Generic Team Name half bought, but they did get their objective. They did get the bomb down.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to stop them. Honestly, if you're going to be dedicating 4 men at A and you're going to have sort of the rotators close, it is hard to stop that bomb going down because they can just get there so quick. If Pommy's not able to mow them down,
But
it's...
the problem is that Pommy should really anticipate the half by there, maybe play a little bit further back. But then again, wanting to use that little cheeky one way trying to get one frag. But I mean, at the end of the day, he did slow that attack long enough for those rotates to come in. But only one player lost for uFrag, and now we've got the one up again, Trouble. Only a flashbang, but still lots of utility on the CT side and the T side. The question is, how do they use it?
Oh, and again, it looks like we're going to be seeing a heavy presence down towards Ivy. One man over towards the B site. Nice to see after the last half we saw.
Yeah.
And just trying to feel it out once more. I mean, Ivy wasn't particularly successful for them last round, and I doubt it's going to be that great this round. Trouble is, however, going to be switching things up. As the rest of them head, he's going to be jumping into Pop Dog and trying to take that AWP into a different angle to get things started. The problem for him is going to be that he just continues to get re-smoked, so it's going to be up to his team to start this one off. The smoke goes out to block off tunnel, but it's not perfect, and so they can't really push behind it yet.
Also there, uFrag opting to flash through that smoke. They don't want to give up Ivy control just yet. Obviously, having control of Ivy, that stops that backstab coming in from the T side. Cray holding this angle. The question is, will they push just yet? The bomb is towards B, so I imagine this might be a CT train push, but Cray holding the line, goes for the first, gets a crispy headshot to Isaac to be a one-man lead now. Sneaker though with the trade, gets into the smoke, AHB as well. It's a one-man lead now for generic team name, and this is where the attack comes in.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we were seeing them in the first half. This is where you want to be seeing them continue, and if Trouble can take out Pommy, then they are going to be in good stead indeed. Molotov out to try and stop Hype, but the aggression carries him through. Finds the frag onto Snakey and starts the push off quickly. Him and Adamex are going to be the last two left to try and make this happen. And unfortunately, Hype's already down, so it's up to Adam, and he's just going to be holding it. Trouble with the AWP coming in, and it's not even him that finds it. Major Lee gets there just in time and manages to secure generic team name their first round in the second half.
I think Trouble actually missed that no scope. It wasn't him that got the kills in AK.
Yeah, it was Major.
Jesus, so imagine if Major Lee wasn't on the ball there. It could have been an awkward defuse coming out there from uFrag. But regardless, the T side were finally picking up a round, and their economy is going to be a bit low, but they still have the full utility on all their 5 of their players, and uFrag as well, winning those consecutive rounds. They've got utility as well. So 3 players towards Ivy seems to be the default from generic team name. They want to get Ivy control, have these uFrag players pressured, and eventually get that back from Ivy.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of depends how you want to play Train, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can treat Ivy a bit like mid to try and get yourself a split onto the sides, or you can treat A a little bit like mid, try and work it through there because it's a little bit open. uFrag seem to have a lot of control on A, and I think that's something that GTM picked up on. And I mean, there we go for an example in action. Major Lee tries to jump out Pop. Hype is ready to watch him, ready to take him down, and ready to kick things off. So you can see why the presence is Ivy. It's just going to be about finding their way through and then actually utilizing that, because at the moment, they're not having much luck. The
problem is, though, if they get reset on this round, uFrag could claw their way back, and it could be 12-12 soon, but Claw again gets another kill into this round. Actually, his first apologies. It's going to be a 3-man lead now for generic team name, and if uFrag pull this through, then we could be looking at 12-12.
We could be looking at 12-12 coming up, and I mean, Snakey and Isaac aren't going to be wanting that, but at the same time, they're going to be almost powerless to stop it. Cray, with a beautiful headshot onto Snakey, manages to leave Isaac as the last man alive. He can spot Claw out, but his knowledge of the other players' positions is going to be limited at best. He has that bomb. He wants to make his way through, but with 5 players watching him, what are the chances? Almost none.
And once again, another 5-man alive round for uFrag. Seems like they're so dominant on the CT side. These aimers are really coming to life. Cray and Claw already doubling their kills in the first half. We've got Hype there, 23-12. He is just completely dominating on this CT side.
Absolutely destroying everything that comes before him. I know he had a good performance on the T side as well, despite the 10-5 scoreline. Now he's just getting a chance to show himself off and let loose a little bit. Wonderful to see him coming into his own. Wonderful to see that that spark is there. And I mean, well, wonderful for us. Generic team name, not going to be quite so happy about it, I don't think.
But the T side now, they have that smoke for ramp, and actually Trouble there, going for that smoke between trains, allowing to cross to get the bomb down, but Pommy goes down a bit too aggressive there, mate. Obviously, these guys, they're on there with low buy. Maybe Pommy anticipating a rifle buy, maybe an AWP or something like that. Maybe that's why he's playing close, but regardless, 1 minute 20, the clock bomb is not down, but here comes the CT lower push. So this ramp push, Adam with the reply, sorry, Hype gets that crispy headshot to Isaac. It's a 1-man lead now for uFrag. Problem is that these after plants is going to be easier to flush out, but that Molotov going to force his players onto the bomb train. Hype now on Ivy, sorry, on Oil Train, peeks towards between the sites and takes down a player. It's going to be Major Lee in the 1 versus 3. Gets taken down, nice and easy from Adam, and uFrag have won it again.
Yeah, and they've left me Well, not uFrag, sorry, generic team name have left me with my head in my hands questioning things. What is the point of putting that smoke out towards connector if you're going to wait another 10-15 seconds before you push? Because by that point, uFrag are already behind, they're already watching, and they're ready to take you down.
I mean, Trouble's about to throw the between train smoke, obviously between the site and the white train, and allowing the T, to cross. But I think the thing was, the fact they killed Pommy, they didn't need that cross smoke. They thought if we smoke off connector, we'll hold off the push, and we can get good after plants. The problem is, that uFrag CT retake came in a lot faster than they anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to coordinate it so that one man throws the smoke, the others decide to push out, because if you don't have the aggression on the B site on train, you're in a bad place. Your after plants are going to be weak, you're going to get retaken, it's not going to be much fun. This round though, a little bit more of a chance, and a little bit more than that little bit more as Trouble starts things off. Nice wallbang from the AWP to put generic team name one man up.
Pommy dying once again, unfortunately for him, playing close, but Trouble there with the wallbang, quite unlucky. Pommy there, should have really taken him down, maybe on another day, mate. 12-11, 1 minute 10 on the clock, and all these players, 5 players from generic team name, they're all heading towards B.
Yeah, they're all going to be lining up, waiting to take on Adam. I can't imagine him being particularly happy about that. I can't imagine him having an easy time dealing with it, as he is just going to be bombarded with flashes, smokes, everything of the sort still. Finds himself one. Hype going to be jumping in to join him, and that's 2 frags with no response from GTN. Adam going to be finding a third as well as Trouble drops. Claw now chiming in with one on Snaky, and Major Lee is going to be the difference maker here. 2 lovely frags from him. The question at the moment has to be, is that enough to find him the round?
Major Lee now in the 1 versus 2, 30 seconds of clock. He has the bomb. He can maybe find out where these 2 players are, take the one-on-one duels, but imagine him faking out the plant. Who knows Hype's towards Royal Train, takes him down. Just going to be Major Lee and Cray in the 1 versus 1. Bomb will go down towards the back of the site, so he has a lot of angles to work with. Anticipating that player rotating from the T-spawn, and cross, it looked like it's on his head, but Cray wins that duel. It's going to be 12-12, and uFrag, they've won it once again.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. uFrag find that way to 12 rounds, but you can't take anything away from Major Lee in that round. 3 frags for him, and the 4th one looked like it should have been there. Wonderful play.
Problem is, though, the player of the bomb on the T side just throwing his frag away, throwing that bomb out in towards the AWPer's lair. He could Adam there, watching where the bomb was, not allowing the T's to retrieve it, and obviously making it a lot harder for Major Lee to win that. But regardless, the half buy coming out from generic team in, they're probably going to allow uFrag to get that 1 round lead. Just go for that bomb plant here. Actually comes up for the A-box. I don't think uFrag are expecting this. Claw those sprays 1 through the smoke, sprays 2. That's going to be a 2-man lead already for uFrag.
Beautiful way to start the round off. The smoke's going to be limiting vision a bit now, but Claw doesn't care about your smoke. Straight through. Another frag looking for the 4th, and he's going to find it, and that means it's Snaky. The last man left with a Tech 9 in his hands, just trying to get out of dodge, because he can't make this happen. Now, though, with the M4, maybe things are going to be a little bit different. More of an opportunity for frags, more of an opportunity for a round. It's just going to be about penetrating that 3-man defense uFrag have got set up for themselves.
Claw there, throwing his gun into the air, trying to pick up one of those AKs or one of those M4s on the floor, but unfortunately for him, doesn't quite retrieve one. Now he's there with the USP. Actually gives a slightly more edge towards Snaky, giving him more of a chance to win this now as he's battling Claw, the USP. And actually, Claw manages to instantly headshot him. It's going to be the ace coming out from Claw. A massive round. It's going to be a 1 round lead now for uFrag.
Claw just saying 4 frags were in easy mode. Now we'll make it a little bit more tricky. Still, as you said,
the difficulty there.
Yeah, the frag going to be coming in. He realized it was an eco frag. He wanted, an eco ace. He wanted us to give him some credit. So the USP coming in to make that happen, and a wonderful way for uFrag to secure their 13th, at least for that 1 player. And honestly, the way we've been seeing things go here, the way that generic team have only found themselves 1 round so far this T side, I think that we could potentially be seeing this small lead for uFrag quickly growing.
But they've still got the AWP out on Trouble and the 4 rifles and decent utility, so they're not really too annoyed with not getting the bomb down. That was the half fight. Regardless, though, spraying towards Ivy, just getting a little bit of tag damage, but I imagine the team are going to be happy there. They managed to get more damage onto the CT defense. Claw and Crate sub 50% HP. Adam with the AWP trying to get those long range duels. He knows his players. They're going to wipe. He sees 2 spots, 1, and manages to get that flick. It's a 1-man lead now for uFrag.
Beautiful to see. Hype going to be chiming in as well with one of his own, as he does, just securing the other side of the ace site as everybody else's eyes are trained on Ivy. And that means that generic team name have to fall back. They have to rethink. They don't have the bomb in their hands. They don't have any men in terms of an advantage. They're actually 2 men down. And this is just going to have to be a complete overhaul of where they wanted to go. You can see there's 1 man horribly out of position. Major Lee going to be all the way over towards the B site. Although, in this case, maybe it's going to be good. Yeah, no, he's working his way in now. I think initially to
And that's the
hold,
solo
but
player
now
gone.
it's to find the frag. Pommy gone down, and that means he's ready to cut the rotates off as well. Adam going to be coming through. No health on him. No chance of survival. Hype has to fall off.
And this is the point now where uFrag are all sub 50% HP. They're low HP. They might even opt to save this. Obviously, the B side quite difficult to retake, but Hype goes in for that frag, trying to get the pre-fire in. Challenges him, gets him down, but Isaac, they have the trade. It's a 2 versus 2. Both these players are low HP on the CT side. Bomb ticking away. Crate going towards heaven. Mollies off the bomb. This is perfect. That player now snaky off position. Hype on top of green train. Oh, sorry, on top of white train. Should spot this player out underneath the ladder. Slowly pushing forward towards him. That's it. Gets the headshot. It's just Isaac down to 1 versus 2. Sprays down 1. Cray, third, 22 HP. Goes for that reface. Isaac, can he win it? He's off the bomb. Isaac there. Cray, sorry, walks straight into Isaac's spray, and it's going to be 13-13. Generic team, they managed to pull it back.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be seeing them try and head back towards A, so I thought that was going to be a little bit of a retreat from the man over towards B, Major Lee, but in the end, Pommy just wasn't watching Cat. He wasn't aware that anything was going to be coming through there, and so he just gets destroyed. Beautiful headshot from behind. Beautiful way for Generic team name to find their way onto the site, and a great hold afterwards to take it for them.
I think Pommy there, getting unfortunately timed for him. One player, he has to spot 2 angles there, upper and lower, but straight towards Isaac. That first pick gets sprayed through the smoke though. Isaac takes him down already, only 20 seconds into the round. It's a 1-man lead for Generic team name.
The unfortunate aspect of the M4A4 is that your traces are going to be visible, is that you are going to be caught through smokes, and well, as you can see, the result of that in this round is going to be, as you said, 1 man down for uFrag. As they'll have 4 versus 5, they're trying to figure out what they're going to be doing, and it looks like Claw in an aggressive position is going to be exactly what they need. Adam with the flash, but it doesn't catch Isaac at all. Claw goes down, and that is going to be 2 gone for uFrag with no real chance of recovering those until the push comes in. Pommy, again, going to be alone, again, going to be letting Major Lee slip through his fingers. And look at that once more, the positions work out perfectly. Major Lee with another easy frag, almost messes it up, but still able to pull it back. Leaves 2 players on uFrag to break their way into this site.
Major Lee, they're crouching out of view of Pommy, getting behind him, another entry, and I think uFrag are opting to save this. 5 versus 2, they want to keep their guns, and Hype managed to take an AK and a rifle out of the T side, but on the most important round there, Major Lee coming up big again.
Yeah, it shocks me a little bit that he's able to do that, but obviously if you are dedicating that 1 man to B, as you said, there's too many angles to watch.
Pommy's got to be tilted at that. I mean, that's the second time now.
In
I
a
wouldn't
row.
say timed, but well, timed to a degree, but the thing is they're Major League crouching. His head is out of view of Pommy's line of sight, and another great entry for him onto the B bomb sign. The save coming out for uFrag. I'm not too sure of their economy. Let's take a look. So, uFrag, yeah, actually, they're going to have a bye for the next round. They're going to have the bye for the 14-13, but it's Generic team name 1 point away after this round off of their match point, and Generic team name trying to win their map pick.
Yeah, I mean, although uFrag are going to be getting a buy-in now, I doubt it's going to be the best buy you've ever seen. I doubt it's going to be anything too great. You can see that the M4... Actually, no.
No, it's good.
It's better than I thought we were going to be seeing. They actually get everything they could possibly want, bar maybe a couple of flashes. Not going to be the most impactful thing ever. Going to be extremely helpful.
Hype them, the 30 bomb.
Hype already reaching the 30 bomb. If he can find himself a couple more here, and if the rest of his team can step up to his level, we are going to be seeing uFrag in a great way. Generic team name, though, obviously still poised to find themselves that match point.
Cray on the first half, only 4 frags, and sorry, Claw, and now he's managed to find 16 for 19 after a shocking first half. But uFrag 14-13 now in favor of Generic team name, but when it was a 11-4 half, I mean, uFrag, they're going to be pretty happy with the situation they're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like we were going to be seeing them going away fairly quickly indeed, but as you said, they've fought their way back into it, they've found their way back into it, and now they have a chance to stop Generic team name finding themselves at 15. If that doesn't happen, I don't doubt that we could see overtime even. So the game far from over yet, and Major Lee going to be taken down a little bit by the nade.
No.
Pommy, though, I was going to say, if he's looking away again, that would be the worst thing ever. Fortunately for him, Major Lee going to be announcing his presence this time with the smoke. Means Pommy knows where to look, he knows when the man's going to be coming through, and he should be aware.
The CT side now 2 players towards the defense, but Pommy gets taken down. It's only Adam here to hold the B bomb sign. What this does is, look at this, look at the rotations. 2 CT players pushing towards B. They're on their bikes and they're here. Problem is though, that bomb is heading towards A.
Yeah, Generic team name aren't there, so again, uFrag, they have to wheel themselves back round. Hype's going to find one, but the refrag is strong. Smoke's now going out to block the entrance from uFrag from coming back in, and well, it's going to be a difficult retake if they want to get it started. Generic team name, though, not really given a huge amount of time to find themselves the afterplants initially, suddenly given so much space to work with. They could be anywhere.
Thing is, though, the CTs have no utility, no mollies, no smokes. They can't smoke off choke points. They can't molly out the pits. Sorry. Regardless wherever those T-players are, but Isaac peeks out, takes down one. Snake as well chimes in. It's going to be 4 versus 1 now for Adam. Gets the no-scope. Isaac now in CT, sorry, in green train. Gets the headshot to Adam, takes him down. It's going to be 3 men staying alive. Generic team name, they're on match point.
Yeah, for me, that was just a little bit worrying. As you said, uFrag with no nades, they gave them some space. Suddenly, everybody disappears, and you know that's a problem with the A site on train. If they're not playing close to site, they could be so many places. Finding them is just going to take a little bit longer than uFrag had. Regardless, they're going to be coming back into this round with something to work with. A couple of 5.7s, a FAMAS, and 2 M4s.
Such a smart player. They're coming out from Major League, smoking off upper, anticipating a rotate from an AWP. So anticipating Adam there, the AWP watching up, and then Pommy watching low. And what he does is he smokes off that point. Adam can't see him. He shifts out through the smoke and takes down Pommy. Another entry towards B, and that forces the rotate from uFrag. 2 players stomping in, and that gives the signal that that bomb can just run A.
Yeah, that last round was a great one. Hopefully for them, this one's going to be as good. Claw, though, trying to make a little bit of a difference early on. Chases through the 5.7, but isn't able to find the frag on Trouble as nothing presents itself further. Now, again, uFrag going to be split 3. Actually, sorry, uFrag going to actually be split 3-2 this time. They've changed things up a little bit. They want more presence B. The issue for them is going to come if generic team name decide that they don't want to be heading there anymore. And if you look at where they're set up, it looks like we're going to be seeing the first A aggression at least straight off in a little while. AHB going to catch Claw without him even looking. Major League goes down, but he does so much damage to Hype in the process. He's got to be worried. Adam XO going to be seeing what he can do to make the difference as well, as he finds one. It is just going to be trades back and forth, leaving it in a 2v2.
Oh, Trouble gets that frag onto Adam. It's now Pommy in the 1 versus 2. Just the M4 to his name and a flash. No molly, no smoke. Flashes over, and here comes the push. Spots the player on site. Gets shot though by Trouble. It's going to be 16-13 in favor of generic team name, and they win their map pick.